All right, I'm here. Hello. Welcome in, everybody. Papaya. Yes. Papaya. Papaya, 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 papaya. Yeah, that's what that was. How y'all doing? How are y'all doing tonight? I am doing amazing. I had a super, super long day at work, so we got started a little bit late. Hey, how's it going, Claire? Welcome in. I see a couple other people out there. It's good to see y'all. Thank you so much for coming in. Had a super, super long day at work today, so that's why we're getting started a little late. But I'm here. Hey, Endo. Welcome in. All right. Last time we did all of Summerford Farms for the most part. So we met Ishtola. We discovered the Sahagin sympathizing pirates. We did our stuff and helped the farm. We dug through auroch poop to bring some fertilizer so that the crops would grow. And now we're headed out to the skylift. So that's where we're going right this now. Going to the skylift. I'm not taking this run, like this playthrough, super duper seriously, because like I said, I've already played through it one time. This is my second time through. So it's more like a, what did I miss that I noticed this time? And kind of a discussion about like what we did and what we thought about things, and probably a little bit of making fun of it while we're going around. There's a giant like dude over here. It's a level 50. Level 50 Vogalja. I've never seen that mob before. That's pretty cool. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, we're just gonna play for a little while tonight. Raid out. Just gonna have some fun. Seriously though, I do wonder if the world does smell different to Lalafell. Maybe even like female Aura and maybe even like Makoti. I wonder. If you were on Kraken, you'd find it. Well, you can data center travel because you're on Crystal, right? I'm on Dynamis. So you could just data center travel and then log in on Kraken. If you wanted to. Well, you can still data center travel. Doesn't matter really what data center you're on. It would probably go really quickly to data center travel to here because it's way lower population than Aether. Something to think about for the future. So we're going to talk to Verkeet. My model is so cute. Which one? My PNG model or my little Lalafell guy? Because if it's my little PNG dude, this one looks cool, but the model that I have in process, my 3D model, is way cooler. It's really cool. This one though, this PNG, it was drawn by Skulls, by Skull Fairy 356. She made it for me. I really like that. Yeah, I use this one whenever I don't have my 3D model, and my 3D model right now is being worked on to make it better. So I'm excited for that to come out. Yeah, the eyes are cool. Very cool. I like it. And I like that I bounce and my mouth moves and I blink. But I also really like the horns. The little jackalope horns are perfect on there. But Darren sent you out here, did he? Then consider yourself welcome at the Skylift. Look at that bloody cliff, would ya? One blast of fiery hell from the huge dragon was all it took to split the ground in half. Cargo still needs to get through, though, so this mess of wooden pulleys was our solution to the problem. Yes, I love it. Hi, Skulls. Welcome in. Skulls, Endo. Endo, Skulls. Now you know each other. Endo is a Viera that I hang out with in another FC. Well, one of them at least. If the gods were kind, and they ain't, I'd have about a dozen more workers to handle me growing list of headaches. What have we got? We got pants. I don't think I have... Oh, these pants are a little better. What? Oh, and I only have a choice. Okay, fine, pants. Verkeet, a skylift operator, needs you to recover a cargo load abandoned by a terrified wagon driver and deliver it to its intended recipient. Glad I am to see you again, lad. A wagon driver just returned in a great bloody hurry, screaming about some monstrosity what sprang out from a millicorn seedling in his cargo. Seems the gutless bastard tossed it over the side afore turning tail and running for his life. I need you to head down the road, recover that seedling, and deliver it to Leolf over at Swift Perch in Western Lanasha. Oh, good. That's sending me out to Swift Perch. That's where I need to go. Whatever he pays you for the cargo is yours to keep. After all, I don't rightly know what else is lurking inside that plant, and you deserve to be rewarded for your troubles. Oh, and you'll also find an aetheryte in Swift Perch, so the journey should be worth your while. Well, okay. I can probably swing that. We got Kazai, Buizai, I guess. Bui. Like a water floaty thing. A buoy. He's a cargo transport at the Skylift and needs a helping hand to keep his fish fresh. Look sharp, laddie. I got a job for you. We don't got much time, so listen close. Today, I got me too many fish and not enough water sprite cores to keep them cool. You see my problem? Now, I can't be delivering crates of rotten fish, so I need you to head over yonder and dance with them dripping sprites till you've collected 3 of their chili essences. You do realize I don't want you to actually dance with them, right? I don't really want you to dance with them. Now you've got Woody Akava. Kaka, what? Wudovaka. Wudovaka. I don't know. I can't say these names. I have not been able to pronounce a single name properly in all of Lanasha so far, except for Ishtola. But I don't know if Ishtola counts because she's everywhere. Anyway. This person's Skylift operator who is looking for someone to assist with her megalocrab woes. Ah, for the love of Lane, not again. The leather's ripped to bloody shreds. Huh? No, there's not awry with my britches, you cheeky sod. It's the megala crabs. They've been at the balloon envelopes I left out to dry on the rocks. Those hellspawn snippers think they've found a squid or something and set to nibbling. Less balloons in the air means less cargo getting lifted, and that don't sit too well with me. You looking for a quick job? How about you crack a few shells before you head off on your way? If you could put down 5 or so of the buggers, that ought to do it for now. Okay, so we're gonna go get some megalodon crab things and some water cores from the sprites. Also, ad break. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Grab something to eat or drink. Do something. All the things. Hey, I got my lucid dreaming. Look out now. I'll never run out of mana again. Killing the megala crabs. Lots of treasure is up for grabs if I kill the crabs. All right, is that 5? That was 5. Okay, now we need some water sprites. Those are back this way somewhere. Do. Oh, I just gotta kill. Oh, that's a big one. I'm not gonna kill the big one. If it's a little one, maybe, but I don't really feel like that. All right, we got 2 out of the 3. And we got 3 out of the 3. Now we'll go and get the seedling. Which should be in a general this way direction. Do 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 do. Got a wild jackal that'll probably try to eat me, so let's just go ahead and kill that. And dead. Oh, not quite. Almost. Doop. There we go. Million corn seedling. Oh, look at that. Slugs. Shore slugs. There we go. Now let's head back to the lift to turn in the 2 quests, and then we'll head to Swift Perch. And I'm pretty sure that's like the whole zone done too. Eventually, I will be able to ride a mount. You back already? Don't keep me waiting now. Let's see those cores. Here you go. Hi, laddie, you done well. Can't wait to see these beauties into my fish crates. That ought to keep the catch fresh and me customers happy. There's a whole mess of delivery companies what make use of the skylift. You slip up one time and some bastard's liable to steal your business. Well, let's not let that happen. Wants you to slay buzzards that have been attacking wagons on the road. Okay. You've shown yourself to be a useful bloke. What say you to doing me another favor? We've been having a wee problem with the buzzards swooping down and snatching cargo from the wagons that are traveling the road to the Neville checkpoint. Most days, them feathered hellions stay well enough away, but it seems they can't resist a wagon what's loaded with meat. Well, I say we make use of that weakness to lure the greedy buggers into a trap. Take this here sack of rotting rat meat and set it down in vulture territory. That be where the buzzards make their nests. When each bastard shows up for the feast, you start breaking beaks with a vengeance. Easy. You take care of them snippers? Good bloody riddance. Nice work there, lad. Still, it won't be long before a new crew of crabs comes sidling into that claim that sidling in to claim that territory, and our loads just keep getting heavier. What with all the rebuilding going on? If I don't want to be buried under a mountain of crates, I'd best think of a more lasting solution to this snipper problem. All right. Let's go kill some buzzards. What's that? Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's the best. 9 months. We have a stream baby, you and I. Congratulations. What color is its eyes, do you think? Is it my super awesome dashing blue-green? I don't know, I'm making the whole thing up. Don't mind me. All right, let's put this rotten meat down. Buzzards. All right, that was fast. Yeah, probably. My eyes, her tail. Didn't get your eyes pecked out, did you? Them buzzards be a nasty lot. The last wagon made it through with nary a morsel lost, so I'd say you plucked enough of their thieving hides to secure the route. You have me thanks, lad. I make most of me coin hauling foodstuffs, and I'd be bedding down in the gutter, within the week if it weren't for your help. Seems even the scavengers are finding the pickings scarce since the calamity hit. Otherwise, you'd never see 'em trying aught so bold. Fortune didn't favor 'em worth spit this time, though, eh? No, it did not. They got dead. But that's cool. Okay. We finished those 2 quests. I think that was literally everything here. I don't think there's a single quest left in the entire zone, so that's cool. So now we're just going to run our little tail off to Western Lanasha. We'll go to Swift Perch, grab that Aetheryte, and go to town on those quests. I also have the guild leave quest for Limsa Laminza in Swift Perch there too, so we'll be able to knock that out too. Uh-oh. Big thing. Hop! I always hop over. Always hop over them. I don't want to trip. I don't want to trip on those because if I trip on that, I will just get made fun of like crazy because Lalafell tripping on a stupid zone line. I mean, come on. All the taller races can just kind of step over it. No, I got to all out jump. I can't do it otherwise. Hey, look, a chocobo keep. Well met, traveler. Might I interest you in a chocobo porter? Ah, do not tell me this is your first visit to the stop. I shall update my register with your name so that you may access this location in the future. I don't really want one now, but thank you. I have a merchant and a mender. Oh, what else do I have? We've got the battle warden. Okay, that's for like guild heists or something like that. All right, there's Leolf and Svigskiff. Greetings, lad. My name's whatever it is, and I'm in charge of assigning local leave quests here at Swift Perch. Tomokri send you my way, did she? Well then, let's get you started. Right after we see if you got the brass to overcome the challenges you're likely to encounter around these parts. Take a look over the task outlined in this guild leave. You reckon you can handle it? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, we gotta kill megalocrabs. More of them. I can do that. Good to hear. Now, megalocrabs, they like to run off to their mates when they're feeling overmatched. If you don't want to find yourself armpits deep in snippers, then you best finish them quickly. I wonder if it says knee deep for the other races. I didn't even look at that the first time I did this. Of course, I haven't done Lanasha first before. This is the first time I've run through main story quest in Lanasha, but I wonder if it says knee deep. I wonder if it says knee deep for people that are taller. Open your journal under duty in the main menu and begin the selected leave quest by pressing the Initiate button. When a megalocrab feels overmatched, it will flee the battle. If it reaches a certain distance, then other megalocrab will appear. The leave quest objective can be more easily achieved by slaying the fleeing creature before it's joined by more of its kind. Okay, let's talk to Leolf first. Lyolf? Something. We'll talk to this dude. Has Nimia herself forsaken this desolate land? Though I understood there were risks in gambling my entire fortune on a crop of millicorn, I at least expected the seedling to be delivered before disaster struck. Hey, I happen to have a seedling for you here. Is that my million corn seedling? Oh, joyous day. It may seem a paltry beginning, but the yield of this particular variety of crop plant is nothing short of astonishing. As you've undoubtedly noticed, Swift Perch lacks a certain, shall we say, vital energy. Thus, I mean to restore a modicum of hope to its residents by growing a veritable ocean of corn. You, sir, seem fit to burst with vim and vigor. Might I persuade you to abide a while and help nurture this ailing settlement? Yeah, I suppose. I think this is exactly the same. It's exactly the same. The one I'm wearing is white, and this one is shadow blue. I'm gonna take the money, since it's exactly the same. Hey, check that out. Level 15. Leolf, a farmer at the Swift Perch settlement, needs your assistance with another part of his restoration scheme. All these wild dodos you see about the place were actually once domesticated birds bred by my father. They broke loose during the chaos of the calamity and gradually became the feral, ill-tempered creatures we now do our best to avoid. But if I'm to restore Swift Perch to the very same settlement it was when my father was alive, then I must also try my hand at dodo raising. And as you have likely surmised, I shall require your adventurer's resourcefulness in this endeavor. For the initial stage of my dodo rearing enterprise, I need you to head into the flock and seek out dodo nests. You'll be looking for fertilized eggs. 3 of them should do nicely for now. But pray be careful in liberating the eggs. The adult dodos will not take kindly to an intruder making off with their offspring. No, I don't think they would feel very good about doing that. Me attune before I forget. Because I do that. I go into the city, I do all the things, and then I leave and forget to attune to the Aetheryte. But I remembered this time. Freyloaf, a yellow jacket on guard duty in Swift Perch, wants you to visit the Brewer's Beacon and investigate the reason behind the warning light. You there, adventurer, cast your eyes towards the Brewer's Beacon. Does the light not seem uncommonly weak? It cannot possibly be bright enough to guide the ship sailing in the bay. I would march over to the lighthouse and investigate myself, but I am duty-bound to remain at my post. I would consider it a favor if you could make a visit to the Brewer's Beacon and see if aught has befallen Panswiss, the lighthouse keeper. Okay, let's go check it out. Hey, look, I think that's Ramon. Oh, it's Remen. Close enough. That's like one of the only names that I've been able to pronounce this whole time. Hey, look, a lightning sprite. Let's kill it. Boom. Take that. Hey, look, dodos. Well... I don't know if those two are going to attack me. Nope, but that one will. Oh, there's 2 of them. All right, we got 1. Oh, and we got some dodo tenderloin, too. I don't know how much those sell for on the auction house, but it might be a good idea to take a look. Auction house on the market board. I haven't played World of Warcraft in a couple years, and I still call it the auction house. Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. Oh well. Now we have all the friends. There we go. Let's see. I only need one more. There's one. Take that. And that. And that. Got one more egg. One more egg. Boom. Boom. Alright, we got all the dodo eggs. The wheat fields bad enough to drive the creatures from the overgrowth and slay as many as possible. Well, I could, but I think I'm going to skip that one for now. I will save fates for another time. Look, 2 more of these. I need them. For my journal. Alright. Got it. Megala Crab of Awesomeness. Initiate. Well, hello. You just popped right up out of the snow like a daisy. Oh. Well. Yes, return me to Swiftperch. I reckon you'll do just fine with the rest of me jobs. And there's always plenty to do here in Swiftperch, what with all the rebuilding and such. Be sure you make yourself useful. Okay. And now, by the by, a sturdy venturer like yourself might want to look into guild heists. I have a word with the battle warden Tiroro, and she'll give you the details. Don't you fret now, lad. I'll set her straight if she has any doubts about your abilities. Well, let's turn around and talk to Tiroro. Word travels quickly in Swiftperch. Here to learn about guild hests, are we? What's a guild hest? Why, it's a behest issue. It's a behest, a behest issued by the Adventurers Guild, savvy? When a certain task brought to the attention of the guild is a little too grand for a leave, but not grand enough for a grand company involvement, they're deemed guild hests and sent to yours truly. But don't let the lack of grandeur fool you. The tasks are anything but simple. Most take place in tight quarters and all require precision teamwork twixt you and your battlemates. And so, what you do you get in return for placing your neck on... Oh, so what do you get in return for placing your neck on the Lupin block? Lopin block. I swear I can read, y'all. Besides a beam and grim from Battle Warden Tiro, fame, fortune, the usual. So I presume you'll be joining our next operation? Yeah, sure, why not? Options I can pick. I've been stocking up on ether. That seems like a good idea. Duty Finder unlocked. Guild Hests now available. Duty Finder's been updated with a new regular duty. You have unlocked the Duty Finder. This feature allows you to undertake multiplayer duties without having to form a party on your own. Bring up the Duty Finder interface, select Duty Finder under Duty from the main menu. Or, you know, I could just push the button. Let's just get it out of the way. Hey, look at that. Insta-queue. Boom. That never happens. There are 2 roles in the entire game that I feel like you should never, ever queue and walk away. And that's tank and healer. Never queue and walk away because it's always super fast. And then everyone's waiting, going, gee, I hope the tank doesn't not show up. Let's say hello. Hello, everyone. I don't have any AoE yet. All right. This guy's going down. Well, that was just the fastest, wasn't it? I usually give my commendation to the DPS. Because for one thing, DPS don't usually get it. And for another thing, the DPS don't usually get it. So I always give it to the DPS. Ha ha ha! A fine display for a first timer. Here's your well-earned coin. I've tossed in a little something extra to sweeten the deal so that you might consider coming back. Bonus has been added to your reward for completing the Hest as an Arcanist for the first time. An additional bonus has been added for your party completing the operation without suffering a single knockout. Complete. Sweet. All right, we got that done. Can come back over here and talk to Leolf, whatever this person's name is. With 3 eggs, I should be able to experiment with breeding. Success or failure is not terribly important to begin with. I mean, only to gain some practical experience with the birds. Yes, you did exceptionally well in selecting only fertilized eggs. Now that I consider it, I'm not entirely sure how you managed to tell. In any case, I must raise the naturally aggressive dodo from the egg if I am to have any chance of surviving the breeding process. That's how you feel about Leif and ACNH? Never how to say that damn... I hear you. It's one of those things where it's like, this combination of letters does not make a word. Especially the one dude. I don't know if you were here, but we've got Skiva Shift over here somewhere. Apart from encouraging a more docile behavior while the bird is but a chick, it is imperative that I remove the gland that produces that infamous poisonous breath. My father's notes quite graphically depict the consequences of failing to do so. This really is rather exciting. Every day I take another step closer to my vision of a swift perch surrounded by golden fields of wheat and echoing with the calls of plump, waddling dodos. Okay, well, we made his dreams come true, so that's good. This guy right here. Fig Skiff. Yeah, I was here for Skinamarink. Yeah, Skinamarink dinky dink. This doo-doo here. Yeah. Now we have to go to speak with Consfis. Consfis! If the quest, if they don't have one that's called the Wrath of Consfis, I'm gonna be sad. You got that reference. Yay! Do we need to get out the Captain America shield? I have to get out the Captain America shield like every time I get a reference. Uh-oh. Felt, yeah. So I had, well, I can't really tell this story on the interwebs, so I'll wait. I'll send it to you in DMs. But it was really funny because it involved the word Sigma, and I don't understand what that means at all. It just, no, that just does not make any sense to me. I tried really hard, but it did not work. You say a yellow jacket sent you here, eh? Me light's growing dim, has it? Well, of course it bloody has. The bomb what fuels me furnace has up and buggered off, you see. If I don't get that beacon fixed up soon, there'll be trouble on the water. Yeah, I'll send it to you in DMs. I know you're just the messenger lad, but I can tell adventurer when I see one. I will drink in a moment. I'm gonna need you to chase down that bomb and bring back a claw what you ripped from its smoldering corpse. Ah, high quality H2O right there. Take this here iron brazier and set her down in the middle of the flock. Somewhere near the scarecrow, I'd say. You get a nice fire going and that frisky bomb will soon be about. Watch you don't singe your eyebrows, lad. All right, let's go catch ourselves a bomb. Bomb, a bomb. We're gonna catch a bomb. Hop. I think that Lalafell also like jump the highest of any race compared to their height. Because they jump like a Lalafell and a half off the ground. All right, using the iron brazier. Now we'll do the thing. All right, we lit it. Now let's get the guy. Well, that was fast. And now we're level 16. I think my problem is that I'm starting to out-level the zones. I have a earring that increases my experience gained and all that, so I level a little faster. Which is good, but also not good. All you need to do is take down that runaway bomb and bring me one of its little claws. Well, I just happen to have a little claw right here. Your mentor boost would level you even faster? Yeah, for sure. Ah, you got the ash, you bastard, did you? Once I put this little firecracker in the furnace, that should keep things running for a while. I had myself a bit of a look while you was gone, and Lim Lane cursed me if the furnace weren't all bent and broken. Small wonder the bloody bomb was able to escape. I patched things up as best I could, but I ain't no Smitty. You might want to have a chat with that yellow jacket friend of yours in Swiftperch and have him pass the word back to someone in Limsa. Yeah, okay. That's probably a good idea. Yeah, the goal isn't necessarily to level quickly, because I have to go through the main story regardless, because that's what I'm doing right now is the main story. But the earring's a nice little boost. It's not too bad. I've got the, this one, the Azima's earrings. So 30% increase to experience gained when you're level 90 or below. And attributes and item level vary according to class and job and the current level when equipped. So it's a pretty good one. Pretty good little bonus earring. I think I got that for the digital, like, pre-order. Yeah. I had the money when the pre-order came out. And I couldn't tell if I was going to have the money when the game came out, so I bought the pre-order. The furnace is damaged, is it? Very well. I shall write up the relevant reports, but these repairs must needs be effected without delay. It seems I have another favor to ask of you, adventurer. Take yourself straight away to the Armorers Guild in Limsa Liminza and explain the situation to Forge Master Hananza. Well, that works out because I need to go to Limsa for my Arcanist quest. Return. Alright, I'm gonna go to the Arcanist Guild first. Because it's in exactly the opposite direction of the way I needed to go, I think. What's up, what's up, lady? Acting Guild Master, Thubirgeim wishes to inform you of an important task. You seem tired, Tinky. Are you sleeping properly? One's reasoning can suffer without sufficient rest and recuperation. Should you deem yourself fit for duty, pray make your way down to the practice floor. Overseer Kitty has requested you accompany her on another official inspection. There is, however, a requirement for your participation. The Foreseer will explain the situation. Yeah, okay. Let me just head down here. As fast as my little legs will carry me. Keep your voices low, otherwise I will be forced to listen to you speaking loudly. I was beginning to think I'd miscalculated, Tinkio. Thank you for coming. I will soon be boarding a trading vessel suspected of smuggling. All merchant ships that make use of Limsa Liminza's ports are subject to inspection by Melvan's gate assessors. It is a routine I perform daily. In the case of smugglers, however, there is a 75% probability of encountering resistance. Thus, I would appreciate your company during this assignment. It is now that we must discuss the requirement of which you were informed. Though I have full confidence in your martial expertise, it is imperative that you first acquire the ability to summon Topaz Carbuncle. Such knowledge will be released to you, contingent on your acceptance of this duty. Yes, I will accept the duty. Very good. The arcane entity given form by the topaz geometry will further expand your offensive capabilities. With such an ally at your command, even the harshest of enemies will falter before you. Indeed, we could not conduct these dangerous spot inspections without its support. Please return to Mistress Thyburn and inform her of your participation. I will join you once I have completed some final adjustments for my tactical formula. I'm gonna be making up weird names this whole time. Just you wait. It's gonna be great. Oh gosh. Don't mind me. I just can't read them. Alright, you have agreed to accompany the Foreseer? Then I shall gladly instruct you in the use of Topaz Carbuncle. Pray do not hesitate to employ this entity in combat should the inspection turn sour. Hey, look at that. Quest complete. Check out my super awesome book. Action learned. Summon Topaz Carbuncle. Acting Guildmaster, whatever, is awaiting the arrival of the inspection party members. The mercenaries, Geisfriend and Erstoda are here to assist with the inspection. Both are old hands when it comes to escorting this cat lady during her more dangerous duties. Well met, Tinkio. My spells are at your disposal. This won't be the first time we're expecting trouble, but long as we follow the Foreseer's tactics and keep a clear head, we'll come through just fine. The Morning Star is preparing to dock in Aleport. We will meet our first challenge, however, before we even board the vessel. It is almost a certainty that the merchant ship has hired a thug or two to accost us at the pier. I calculate the probability at 98%. The crew wish to avoid attacking us on deck, you see, as that would all but trumpet their criminal intentions to the world at large. Now, once we do manage to clear the rails, we will face a deck crowded with armed sailors. For a small party, such as ours, the most effective strategy will be to incapacitate individual foes as swiftly as possible. Each opponent we down is one less weapon raised against us. It is imperative that we do not allow ourselves to become tangled in multiple drawn-out skirmishes, lest we be overwhelmed. I call this stratagem hammerfall. Strategy is a tool used to manipulate one's situation into the desired reality. Keep those words in mind, Tinkio. It is time we departed. Let us regroup before the main gates of Aleport. Yeah, okay. I say that a lot because my character basically just nods to everything. All right. Now we have to go to the Forge Master. The Forge Master be over here. So to the Aft Castle. We got Foo Foo Lao, La La Lao. The furnace in the brewer's beacon needs repairs. Byricot's beard. I just sent someone out to tinker with it. Not a week passed. Mayhap the bomb Consvis had trapped in there was a touch too volatile. I'll have an artisan visit the lighthouse to pay special attention to reinforcing the casing of that furnace. Your work here is done, adventurer. May the navigator guide you on your journeys. They just had someone out there to fix it. Makes me wonder if the person they had out there to fix it didn't actually fix it. Let's see. Let me do recommended gear. Oh, that's an ugly hat. I will just take it off. I like the little witch's hat way better. Forge Master Hananza, head of Naldik and Vimelis, wants you to assist with the workload over at the Morabi dry docks. What say you to taking on some work from Naldik and Vimelis? We've got a great hulking warship to build and could certainly use an extra hand for any number of tasks. For your first job, I need you to run this missive over to Athberm, the head shipwright at the Morabi dry docks. We forged most of the ship's bits and pieces here at the Armorers Guild, but the actual construction takes place at the docks found in the south of Lower Lanasha. That's also where you'll find the main offices of Naldik and Vimelis. The Morabi Dry Docks is one of Limsa Lominza's most important districts, at least as far as I'm concerned, and I'm sure you'll not regret attuning yourself to the area's aetherite. If you've no confidence in your sense of direction, you'd be best served making use of the Chocobo Porters, first floor of the Mizmas, in case you were wondering. Should you choose to make the trek on your own 2 feet, leave the city through the Tempest Gate and follow the road south. May the navigator guide your steps. Okay, now for over the rails, I had to go to Aleport, right? I can go to Swift Perch, though, so let's do that. We'll get that quest out of the way, and then we can head over to Morabi after that. Do 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 do. All right, just trucking along. Trucking along. Trucking along. All right, there looks like my party of people. What's that? Leaves of Aleport. Okay. Let us be clear about our task, Tinkyo. Pray inform the steersman at the pier that we are ready to conduct our inspection. Should violence be offered, you are to execute stratagem Hammerfall. Do not forget, your tactics are both your shield and your weapon. Where did I put that? My other one. Right there, that's where I put it. All right, let's go get some dude. This dude, Orwin. Orwin, the Adventurers Guild representative for local leave quests in Aleport, is seeking an adventure to undertake guild leaves. You need a work lad? Name's Orwin, and I'm a representative of the Adventurers Guild. Notice the hat? Oh, it's a fancy hat. Quite dapper indeed. I keep a record of tasks, what the locals need doing, then dole them out to adventurers what look capable. Now, you look capable, but the last sod I reckon was tough enough got his face bit off by a bleeding wharf rat. You need to prove to me you can handle me jobs. Take a look at this here task. Does that seem like somewhat you could do? We're going to escort. All right then, you need to beckon to your client, Memoroon, to help lead him to his destination. Use the /beckon emote and lead your client safely to the destination. You may find it convenient to add the emote to your hotbar before beginning the guild leave. All right, well, let's add it. What all do I have? I got fist bump. I've got that much. Then I got tome scroll. Beckon. Let's sort it by name. There it is. We'll put it right there. All right, let's... Hey, look, the Chocobo Keep. That said exactly the same thing as the last one, so I didn't read it. Haha, got it. Yes, you did. Welcome in, Emmy. How are you doing, my friend? And drink. You got it. Here we go. Excellent. Oh, that's good. Thank you. We're going to do this leave quest here, where we beckon the little dude. All right, and it wants to go this way. I don't want to get too far, otherwise it won't. Otherwise, they won't follow me. Come on. I'm gonna kill that guy before he tries to kill me. There we go. Memoroon cannot be fighting. Must keep sparkle shinies safe. There's another dude up there. Oh, good. I saved myself. I almost shot that bat. A new enemy appears. Nice try. You failed. Oh, please. Oh, please keep me safe. Yeah, okay, I'll try. You've had low batteries and you're kind of resting. I hear you. I've had some pretty low batteries today, too. I had to be at work this morning at 6:45. And then I didn't finish until 5 o'clock at night with what I was doing. But the way my job works is it's a split shift, and I had a training like right in the middle, so I couldn't go home to do anything because I just didn't have enough time. So I was at work for 11 hours today. I like my work, but 11 hours is a very long day. Completed the task, have you? Then you need only collect the reward. Yeah. Bonus for difficulty and for speed. I got a cool looking hat that I can't use. I reckon you're tough enough to take on the rest of me leaves. Aileport's an important hub for trade in the region, and there's no shortage of tasks to be had. I look forward to seeing you make a difference here, adventurer. Okay. Now, I have to come around this way, because I gotta get the Aetherette before I forget. Alrighty, got that. Now we're gonna talk to what? Screebuild? I don't know. Seeks the aid of an able-bodied adventurer. You look like an adventurer who gets around. Mayhap you've noticed the curls and jackals at each other's throats of late. I've never seen anything quite like it, and the bloodshed only worsens by the day. If this continues, I dare say that one of these groups will wipe out the other before long. Now, it bears mentioning that these species of curl isn't native to Vilrun. By rights, they shouldn't even be here. Nay, I believe they were smuggled. I know of a merchant who may have had a hand in these dealings. Her name is, Rakontai. And after some probing, I've come to believe she's somehow involved. I would question her myself, but she is like to flee at the first sight of yellow. That's where you come in. I need you to speak with her and learn all you can. Take a look around. She's bound to be nearby. All right. I will look for her. Hey, look at that. I found her. What's this? So they've sent you to do their dirty work? Well, you'll never take me alive. Never! Okay. I just wanted to talk to you. Alright, Thuckish Sellsword is down. But please don't hurt me. I didn't do nothing wrong. I smuggled in the curls for breeding like you asked. That's it. I ain't the one sending the jackals into a frenzy, I swear. The Yellow Jack sent you, and not no pirates? Why the hell didn't you say so earlier? Well, you've caught me. I'm behind the curls in Aleport. Those good-for-nothing pirates had me breed jackals for 'em too. With the right training, they make for nasty watchdogs and the like. But the pirates wanted more, and that's why they asked me for the curls. That they did. I smuggled 'em in, but the pirates took 'em before I could finish the job. Suppose they didn't want to wait for the breeding. But the buggers let 'em escape. Now they have jackals on the loose trying to get rid of the curls and clean their mess. I'm a victim as well, you know. Aye, they paid good coin for the animals, but now they got folk chasing after me, wanting to cover their tracks, I'm sure. You hurry and tell those yellow jackets I ain't to blame, you hear? And here's our steersman. You're with the folks from Melvan's Gate? Aye, hells, I knew there'd be trouble. Hostile presence. All right. Oh. Well then, I'm certainly glad to see you can handle yourself. You'll find the landing boat just down here at the end of this ramp. I'll have no part of what comes next, though. All right, duty calls. Over the rails. Yes, let's do it. Deftly handled, Tinkio. Once again, I am reminded of our guildmaster. Thanks to your efficient response, we will be able to commence this inspection earlier than I had calculated. We shall board the merchant vessel out in the bay. Ersthoda, if you would take the rudder, the Morning Star awaits. Welcome back from the ads. You made it in time for a super awesome cutscene. Since their welcoming party at the pier failed to deter us, I expect, with a probability of 85%, that our arrival will incite further belligerence. Our objective, however, is not to trade blows, but to gain access to the hold. It may behoove us to employ stratagem hardhead. The aim of our opponents is to buy time so that suspect goods may be tossed into the ocean. I do not intend to give them that time. We will bull our way towards the cargo hold as quickly as we can. It is a tactic fraught with risk, but one that your presence makes possible. Shall we begin? Uh-huh. This guy looks like business, doesn't he? I am Forseer, Kitty Cat. By the authority of Milvan's Gate, I request that you surrender your goods for assessment. Well now, your timing couldn't be worse, lass. The old door's all rusted up, you see. Bloody thing won't open. You'll have to come back another day after we've fixed the hinges. I will see that cargo now. Any vessel entering a port of Limzo Laminza is bound by law to submit to a routine inspection. The law, is it? Lads, I reckon it's time our guest had himself a little accident. Hitch him over the side. All right, who are we fighting first? Just fighting all bad guys. Fighting all the bad guys. Duty complete. A masterful display, Tinkio. Now we can finally gain access to their cargo. Oof. Ow. What have we here, then? It's one of the bitch admiral's lapdogs scampering about me ship. You're just like your mistress, always sticking your nose in where it ain't invited. No, it can't be. Ha! Recognized me pretty face, did you? But you were caught, exiled. Forseer, are you hurt? Can you stand? So stay back. You stay away from me. Forseer, please calm down. What are your orders? I've had enough of your whimpering, and I've certainly had enough of these bloody books. It's clear you ain't learning anything from 'em. Reckon it's time you got a different kind of lesson. Kitty! No Fika preserve us. She's fainted. We must withdraw. Take you quickly. Back to the boat. We'll carry the Foreseer. Aye, that's right. You slink on back to your mistress, you worthless curs. Like cats and dogs. Report to the lady at the Arcanist Guild. Okay. All right, Scribbled. Ah, you're back. What can you tell me of Rakontai's dealings? She claims to be a victim as well? Huh. It was her greed that brought the curls to Vilbrand, and she's sorely mistaken to think the Yellow Jackets will turn a blind eye. Mark my words, she will be held accountable. At any rate, we know now why the Curls and Jackals are trying to tear each other to shreds. The pirates have been quite careful not to leave any clues, but we've managed to capture Rakontai's assailants. They're being questioned as we speak, and it won't be long before we track down the pirates. Don't worry, friend. The Yellow Jackets will see them brought to justice. Well, that's good. In the meantime, there's still the matter of Rakontai and the beasts running amok in the fields. I shudder to think what might happen should the Jackals and Curls continue fighting for much longer. I have a plan, but your assistance is essential to its success. Let me know when you're ready to begin. Oh, I got 2 of them. Man's best friend. He's ready to send... What is this? A wolf pup? I get pets? Sweet. Screebuild is ready to set his plans into motion. Rakontai has admitted to breeding jackals for pirates, but I fear she may be concealing more to be smuggled elsewhere. I beg you to speak with her once more to prove my suspicions true. If she wishes to play the role of victim, perhaps this time she'll be more forthcoming with information. Tell her that although we cannot grant her impunity, her cooperation will ensure a lighter sentencing. And I get a cat, too? Sweet. Requires information on an ongoing investigation. Now then, we need to do something about the Curls running wild in Vilbrand. Jackals have greatly reduced their numbers, but the presence of Curls will upset the balance of predation in Aleport. Given time, they will establish a breeding population and perhaps even prey upon more than just animals. A large number of merchants, sailors, and travelers pass through Aleport daily, meaning a great many people will be at risk unless we stop the Curls here and now. As much as it pains me to say this, they must be done away with. I like this no more than you, but we Yellow Jackets must put the safety of the people above all else. Reports indicate the Curls were last sighted somewhere in Skull Valley. When you're ready, pray seek them out and do what needs to be done. All right, what does she have to say? The Yellow Jackets want to know if I'm hiding more jackals? Fine, I'll come clean if it means preserving my liberty. All the jackals are long gone. There's a wolf pup I was looking after not too far from here. Jackals are easy to come by in Aleport, but wolves, you can be sure folk will pay good money for them. With the yellow jackets breathing down my neck of late, though I haven't had time to care for him. Poor thing's probably too weak from hunger to move. I'll tell you where I hid him, but if you want to take him, best move now. Well, with the Curls running wild, killing the pirates, jackals and all, it won't be long before they start snooping about for more animals to train. I have to warn you, though. He may be a pup, but he'll likely make a meal of anyone what gets close to him. Try winning over his stomach with this here succulent bone. If that ain't enough, try rubbing his belly to soothe him. You can bet he'll be following you everywhere. I left the critter in Cornerstone. Hurry before the pirates get him. All right, we'll go out this door. All right, where am I going? I'm going to go to the farther away one first. Shoo! Shoo! Away with you! Here's the pup. Grrr. Here, have a bone. Yip, yip, yip. Grrr. Sniff, sniff. I soothed the starved pup. The flock. Let's see. Am I running the wrong way? Yes, of course I am. I always run the wrong way. Always, always running the wrong way. But that is okay. I'll just turn around and run the right way. Sleepless citizen. Hmm. This way. I heard from Yukontai you went looking for the starved pup in Quarterstone. Did you have any luck? Ah, so this is the pup Yukontai has been hiding. Well done. She was here not long ago, as a matter of fact. It seems she's willing to cooperate with the authorities and help set things right. Well, that's not all, friend. While you were searching for this pup, a group of pirates related to the investigation was taken into custody. We couldn't have done it without your help. The ringleader has yet to be found, but perhaps now Aleport can enjoy a moment of respite. All that remains is what to do with this little pup. He seems to have taken a liking to you. Perhaps it would be best if you looked after him. There's simply no room for him at headquarters, and letting him wander about on his own is out of the question. I realize how sudden this is, but please give him a good home. Yeah, okay. I can now summon the wild pup minion. Oh, look at that. Baby Curl. Oh, I gotta... That person just keeps following me. Which is fine. I don't mind helping. Or I don't mind the help, rather. Mew mew. Mew mew. Baby Curl looks at you affectionately. Okay. Well, we've got that. Oh, that person is you. Okay. Very cool. For some reason, I expected the name to have Claire in it if it was yours. Welcome back, adventurer. How did you fare against the Curls in Skull Valley? Just fine. I got a baby cat right here. I see. So this baby Curl is all that remains. It is truly a shame it came to this. Most of the jackals died fighting against Curls, but it would seem you slew the pirates' last litter while saving this one. Let us at least take solace in knowing the bloodshed has ended. There's a bit of good news to be had, however. I received word not long ago that a group of pirates related to our investigation was taken into custody to investigate such carnage without scruple. The true animals in this case may have been placed behind bars. With any luck, their leader and remaining members will join them shortly. What to do with this baby Curl? He seems quite fond of you, almost as if you were his father. The Yellow Jackets are not fit to care for a Curl, especially when full grown. But we cannot simply release him back into the wilds. I suppose there's only one option. Friend, I leave this baby Curl in your capable hands. I'm sure you will do what's best for him. Complete. Boom. Alrighty. On to the dry docks and over the rails. Let's go turn in over the rails really quick. Because I have to go south, I think. I think that's the one through the Tempest Gate. All right, Thigh Master. It is good to see you well, Tinkyo. Geisfriend sent word ahead of your travails. An unfortunate turn of events, but considering the infamous Blackheart you faced, you might have fared much worse. Have you heard of the pirate, Dozmaga? He was exiled from Lumenza some years ago, but it appears he has chosen to defy the Admiral's orders. And once more, he dares lay a hand on Foreseer Kitty Cat. The poor lass must have been terrified. If I had known that Dozmaga was aboard that ship, I never would have assigned her that duty. The assessor may require some time to recover. For Kitty Cat, that man is a nightmare made flesh. Though her physical wounds will soon mend, there is little we can do to salve the hurt to her mind. You are concerned? Angry, mayhap? Harness that energy and channel it into your training. I predict we shall be needing your skills again before long. Okay, so now I have some choices. What do I have for... Oh. What do I have for feet? Oh. So I need hands or feet. We'll do hands first. Okay. Yep, Tempest Gate, and then south. Tempest Gate, and then south. Boom. Tempest Gate, and then south. Boom. And then once we get to Morabee Dry Docks, all the way down at the bottom, I'm going to attune to the 8th rite, and then I am probably going to raid out, because I got to work early tomorrow, and I'm getting tired. South. Little ladybugs and Aurelia. Land loving jellyfish. Land loving jellyfish. Dosrael. Captain Dosrael, stationed at Ocean's Embrace, needs you to track down a guard who has abandoned his duties. Eh? You be wanting to cross Ocean's Embrace? If you ain't in a hurry to be someplace, I'd rather you hold off for a bell or two. Presently, the bridge is such a right confusion of wagons and such. The damn thing's like to collapse. We expect a bit of congestion, what with this being the only bridge connecting the roads from the dry docks to Limsa. But today's traffic is something awful. Speaking of which, what in the seven hells does Fierce Smaga think he's playing at, deserting his post at a time like this? Do me a favor, would you, lad? Track down that skittish bugger and tell him to get his arse back to directing the chaos at the Embrace. Are you hiding behind it? Yes, you are. But it was only a matter of time before they sent someone after me, I suppose. Aye, I heard you. The bridge is bloody mouths. Truth be told, I wish the damn thing would collapse and save me the suffering. I can't simply wave me hands and have everything suddenly sort itself out, now can I? And if I try reasoning with those demon-spawned coachmen, I'm like to get me head bit off. Listen, if you're not going to be me, then you can at least have a word with the more irate wagon drivers. You know, soothe their tempers some. That'd be one less headache for me to deal with. Okay. Since I have to go in that direction anyway. You can take your self-important words and take a dive into the harbor. I have shipwrights expecting this cargo, and it'll be a cold day in Thanalan before I back down first. Oh, I'm supposed to soothe them, but I want to hear what they have to say. You, make way, ugly bilge rat. I should have been in Limsa bells ago. Eh? I'll calm down when fishbacks learn to fly. Now move your arse. All right, let's, soothe. Calm down there, big guy. Perhaps you do have a point. I shall endeavor to keep a hold of my temper, if only to see this situation resolved before the moon turns. Well, if you put it like that, then maybe I'll hold me tongue for a bit. All right, speak to the lady. Welcome back from the ads. I appreciate y'all sitting through those. All right. Well, I'll be damned. You actually managed to calm them buggers down? You're a miracle worker, and that's the honest truth. All I need is for the drivers to heed my directions without all that snapping and snarling, you see. Well, I'd best be at it before they lose their tempers again. Oh, and I'd appreciate it if you could tell Captain Dosrael, if you could let her know that I'm back on the job. Yeah, okay. I suppose I can do that. First Maga is back at his post, is he? Your tongue must be made of silver to have accomplished that feat. You can't handle the yelling, you see. The gods only know how such a delicate flower survived guard training in the first place. And he's never going to survive duty at the bridge now that work on the Victory has a flood of deliveries coming in and out every bloody day. Fierce Maga, better harden up or start looking for a quieter line of work. Yeah, that's fair. All right, we're still on our way. On our way south. On our way south. We're gonna get to the place. Do 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 do. Traveling through the god's grip. There we go. Here's Chocobo Keep. And all the Chocobo Keeps say the same thing, so that's why I'm not reading them. They all say, hey, do you want to hire a porter? And then they say, oh, wait, you're not registered. Let me write your name down. And then, yeah. There is an Aetheryte Tower. So we'll go ahead and attune to that. And then I'm going to go park myself over by the main story quest. You have a missive for me from the Forge Master, Hananza. I assume it pertains to pending arrival of the materials I ordered over a moon past. Let's see it then. Blast and botheration. Another delay? I'm well aware of the shortage of skilled artisans, but this is insufferable. Ugh, my apologies. The messenger does not deserve to bear the brunt of my frustration. Might I have your name? Tinkyo, is it? Well, Tinkyo, this proud maiden you see taking shape before you is the Victory, the first new vessel to grace the docks since the calamity. We may have lost the bulk of our ships that fateful day, but starting with this beauty, we will restore the Maelstrom's fleet to its former glory. The Victory is more than a simple warship. It is a symbol of Limsa Laminza's rebirth from the wreckage wrought by the coming of the 7th Umbral Era. Thus, we're striving to complete her construction as swiftly as possible, even going so far as to hire veteran shipwrights from outside the thalassocracy. Yet, even with such unprecedented measures, there are never enough hands to handle the abundance of tasks. Should you choose to linger at the docks for a time, there's no end of odd jobs for a hard-working adventurer. Be you fair warned. There's no place here for layabouts and troublemakers. All right, and then I think it's boots that I needed to pick. Yes. Quest complete. Now I'll pick up this one. Athbrim is looking for a member of his crew and the items he was supposed to deliver. Where in the 7 hells is that man? Not once in 12 moons has he been late with a shipment, and now 2 whole turns of the sun without a single word. A shipwright of mine, a young man, named Fierlsmid, recently left Candlekeep Quay to retrieve several crates of supplies ordered from Limsa Laminza, but has yet to return. I have sent several missives to Haldbroda, but his replies are always the same. He does not recall ever seeing the right, nor the supplies he was scheduled to collect. That man knows something, and I severely doubt he is telling me the whole truth. I cannot leave my post, so I would ask you to travel to Candlekeep Quay in my stead and inform Haldbroda that if he insists on playing these games, I will personally see that he is transferred to Turtleback Island, where he can rot alone in the middle of the sea for eternity. Well, gee, that sounded a little harsh. But, you know, he might have been dealing with him a lot longer than I have. All right, that's where we're going to stop for tonight. We made some great progress today. We made it all the way through 2 zones, basically. And now we are in Morabay Tridocks. Oh, it's pronounced Key? Well, I learned something. I never would have gathered that. That's crazy. All right, I posted my raid message. We're going to go raid Thor. Thormangander is amazing. He's a super awesome streamer. I met him at TwitchCon. I met them at TwitchCon. And they are fantastic. So we're going to go hang out and it's going to be awesome. I will be back on tomorrow around 9. Hopefully not later than 9. It depends on when I get home from work. But it'll be about 9 p.m. Pacific time. And we're going to play more. We're going to just do more Final Fantasy over and over and over until we're through. Because I love this game and it's super fun. So, I'm going to send you over. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And I will hang out with all y'all tomorrow. Have a good one.